Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Blake, and I wanted to thank you so much for 1,700 and 1,800 subscribers. I can't actually remember what I was at the last time I got an opportunity to thank you all so much for subscribing to this channel. The channel has grown extremely quickly. Tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of when I posted my very first video on this channel. We have just exploded in a lot of different ways. Views are not as high as I had hoped that they would be at this point, but most of that is because of the little hiatuses that I've had to take. So I really only have myself to blame on those. I wanted to take a moment at this 1-year anniversary time to reintroduce myself. We've grown so much, and so many people have come and gone during that time period that I'm not even sure that anyone knows who I actually am, or what the point of this channel is. So I thought it was time to go ahead and introduce myself, for real. My name is Nathaniel Roberts. My middle name is Blake. That's where Nathan Blake comes from. And I started this channel because I wanted to give people an opportunity to get to know who I was, and to maybe smile at me being ridiculous from time to time. I've always been the type to be on stage or entertaining, and I needed an outlet for that whenever I didn't have any more opportunities to do it anymore. Basically, a few different bridges were burned at different points that kind of took away a lot of my outlets that I used to perform in on a regular basis, and so I decided that I would start looking at making a YouTube channel. But I wanted it to be more than just me being a goofball. I wanted it to have a purpose. I don't think that things should be done unless they have a purpose. And so the purpose of this channel was that when I looked around and I saw other people in comments of other YouTube channels and them saying that someone like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or someone like that saved their life because they supported them, they gave them something to laugh and smile about in even the hardest of times. That's whenever I realized that this is something that I was interested in doing. I realized that if I could affect one person's life positively through doing this, if I could make one person smile or laugh when they were feeling down, or better yet, give them something positive to watch and think about when they were in the darkest of places, then the whole thing would be worthwhile. It would all matter. And so I decided that that's what I would do. But then the question of what would the point of the channel be outside of that? Why gaming? Well, because I think that art connects with people. And the reason why I wanted to do games is because games are art. I know grammatically that doesn't exactly sound properly. Games are art. Maybe it's just because of the alliteration, or maybe it's because of the RR part of it. But that is what I mean. Games are art. They're the culmination of art. Think about anything that you think of as art: music, literature, movies, pictures, paintings, drawings, comedy is art. All of these things are art. And what are games? They're a culmination of all of these things combined together. Art is visual. Games are visual. Art is heartfelt and impactful. Games are heartfelt and impactful. Art is humorous at times. Games are humorous. Art is music that touches your soul. And games have music that touches your soul. My point here is that games are art. And art is important. And what that means for us is that games are important as well. A lot of people like to pretend that games are just some silly toy and that they're a waste of time. And doing too much of any one thing can be detrimental. I'm not saying that you should play them constantly and spend your life doing it. But you shouldn't spend all of your time watching movies, and you shouldn't spend all of your time reading books either. I find it strange that video games take a back seat to things like books and movies, because it's not really any different. You're getting lost in another world created by an artist, and their art is living around you. And that's one of the main reasons that I chose games. I've always loved games, but I've always advocated for them being more than just toys and more than just something to kill time. I've always thought that games are important. And it wasn't until recently that I realized why they were important. It wasn't until recently that I realized that I could articulate and argue a valid point that if games are an art form, then they should not be thought of as secondary to any other art form. And so then when I realized that, whenever I started thinking about that, I realized that if I could not only encourage viewers, but game creators, that would be worthwhile as well. And that if I could in some way eventually build this community to a point where it could help small creators gain the recognition that they deserve, then that would be amazing in my eyes. And so that's what I set out to do. And then I realized that the number one thing that I wanted to do with this channel was help people. And so if that's the number one thing that I wanted to do with this channel, then obviously charity live streams is something incredibly important. And so that's how this all happened. That's how it all culminated together into this, Nathanblakegames. Now, at the beginning of this video, I introduced myself as Nathaniel Roberts. And the reason I didn't call it Nathaniel Roberts Games or something like that is because it doesn't roll off the tongue. No one knows how to spell Nathaniel. Even the people who do know how to spell Nathaniel don't spell it the way I spelled it. So it just made sense to be Nathan Blake, because Nathan's easy to spell and Blake is my middle name, and it just rolls off the tongue. And so it makes me easier to find. And so what Nathanblakegames set out to do, and what I believe we can continue to do, is not create a community so that I can be successful, but create a community so that we can help other people be successful. And whether that means through charity, or whether that means through helping small game creators get the recognition that they deserve, or whether that means us supporting each other, it doesn't matter. As long as one person has been helped through the course of this channel, it's a success. I don't ever have to make enough money on this channel to support myself. In fact, I've lost a lot of money creating this channel. I've put a lot of money into equipment and things like that so that this channel can grow, because small channels with bad equipment don't grow as easily as small channels with good equipment. And I wanted to grow not for the recognition, but to help other people. Because the larger this community grows, the more opportunity we have to help and give to charity. And the larger this community grows, the more people we connect with. And the more people we connect with, the more of those people who need someone or something to distract them from the hard times, to get encouragement from somewhere, the more of those people we can connect with. And I know some of you are probably here. Some of you are probably down there in the comments now. People who have been encouraged, who have let me know in Twitter messages and in comments on YouTube and things like that, that I have encouraged you, or that this community has encouraged you. And for that, I am eternally thankful. And so at this point, this channel could die, and it would have been a success. It doesn't matter to me what this channel does at this point, because it has positively affected people's lives. Maybe not hundreds of people, I don't know, but at least a few. Maybe not even 10 people, but at least a few have been positively affected by this channel. And that's why it's worthwhile doing. That's why I get up and I make these videos every day, or do live streams, is because I want this positive message of caring for one another, loving one another, and feeling this connection through our mutual love of the art of games to impact people. And if you're coming here daily and watching my videos, and each day that can help you in some way or another, or at least give you a smile or a chuckle, then that's exactly the point. So thank you so much for being here and helping this channel grow. I ask that you continue to help it grow. Because the bigger and the stronger this community gets, the more people it can support and the more people it can help. So I am doing a call to action. I'm asking that everyone that watches this video share it with a friend and help this community reach more people with the message that games are art and art is important, and that to get through hard times, all we really need to do is love each other. I hope that this message rings true for you, that you can see the earnestness and the frankness in what I'm saying. I'm trying to be completely transparent and honest with you, not as Nathan Blake, but as Nathaniel Roberts, as the man behind the curtain. That is why I created this channel and why I have tried to cultivate this community, is love and support and outreach. So if you believe in what this channel is doing, then I implore you to help it grow. Because I can't do more than I'm already doing. I can't do more than make videos and post them on YouTube and share them on Twitter. That's the extent of what I can do. If you believe in this community, if you believe in the message of this channel, then you are the one that will make this continue to spread and allow us to connect with more people and help them through hard times, and allow us to connect with more people and help others through charity. And that doesn't just mean raising money, that means encouraging one another to do things, to volunteer places, to go on mission trips, to do things like that, where we can actually get down on our hands and knees and help someone who is in need of assistance. Those who have been with the channel for a long time, since it started a year ago, know that I've gone and helped with hurricane relief, and I've gone and I've volunteered places. And I say that simply to let you know that my money is where my mouth is. I am serious about helping other people, and I hope that in me being serious about it, I can encourage you to be serious about it as well. I made this video to reintroduce myself and this channel, to let you know that I am Nathaniel Roberts, Nathan Blake, and that my goal is to help people. My goal is to love people and to share love with them so that they will see that there is hope in this world. Even those people who all they want to do is watch someone scream at a horror game, I hope will see I am doing this out of love and doing this to support people. So thank you all so much for 1,800 subscribers and upward. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you who have been here from the beginning or from very early on, I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel for so long and for sharing things and for always commenting and things like that. And I'd ask that you all try to become active in the comments and stuff, because that's the best way to interact with each other, is to comment on things and come to live streams and talk to each other, because I just want to be the conduit that allows you to connect with each other. I'm unimportant because all I do is sit in front of a camera and giggle and scream and say ridiculous things in weird voices. But what you do is the most important thing. You come together as one group and support each other and support other people. So you are the number one most important member of this community. You watching this video right now, you sharing this video, you supporting people in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for helping give purpose to what I want to do every day. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting, for sharing, and for subscribing, because you're the reason why I do this. You're the reason why I spend the time, the effort, and the money on this channel is the people who watch and who hear the message and understand it. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. And for now, this is Nathaniel Roberts signing off for Nathanblakegames. Sayonara.